Hello everyone, welcome back to Stonehearth, me BANTO. So we're back here and we got a new version of Ace. And Ace is the community expansion mod and I'm using the unstable version. And with the unstable version we got a lot of nice new pretty cool things. And I'm gonna show you some of them today, and it also gave me some new ideas for perhaps some buildings that we will be doing around our town pretty soon. But first let's check out board time. Here is your town person, back safe and sound. I think they found the change in scenery to be invigorating, and we certainly found them to be quite helpful. Rabbit reputation has increased and your citizen is in high spirit, very nice. And we're gonna try really to get a good reputation with the bunnies, because there's a thing in the end game where you get to the very end of Stonehearth where you can actually benefit from having a good reputation with the bunnies. So I'm gonna try to do that. I never really went that far with their reputation, but it would be really cool if we can do it this time. So welcome back, and we got some invaders as well, so let's check it out. Oh wow. Ah, they broke our door, okay. That's kinda weird that I didn't get any notification until now, that's kinda strange. Okay, let's get them to run back, and you guys are gonna regret that you went to Banto's town. Bring this guy down. Another thing, by the way, today that we're gonna do is that I'm gonna be naming 2 people to our town. So thank you all you guys with all the name suggestions you got. I put them on a website that will randomize a winner. So we got 2 winners for names that are gonna be joining today. And we're gonna go it through very soon, and we can add those names to the game. But first we're just gonna beat these guys. Another thing I would like to do soon, by the way, is to get on a real proper road leading up to this gate, so that we can move faster. And I removed the old road we had here, so it's gonna be faster to travel in between here. Then also got some pretty good suggestions from you guys. Red Plane said, "Hey Banto, I think you should make different parts of your town in different colors. All the buildings on the water could be blue, but all your buildings on the other side of the river are red." Loving it. So thank you, and I think that's a pretty interesting idea, and I might be looking into actually trying to do some different colors. Are they trying to break this door as well now? This ogre really do not like my doors. It's like, I'm gonna break every door you have. I don't have to go there, but I'm still gonna make sure that I break all of your doors. Let's make sure we get this guy down. So pretty much, if you want to stay safe from ogres, just put up a bunch of doors randomly everywhere throughout the terrain, and they will be standing there smashing the door, and you don't really have to have a tank against those guys. Okay, let's go with this guy. So like I said guys, I'm gonna show you some new stuff from the unstable Ace version pretty soon. And it's some pretty cool stuff, and it's not only like decorations and stuff like that, there's a lot of those as well. But there are game changes as well of how you will be playing the game, which I think is really fun to have, because the more things, like the more depth the game got, the better. So more interesting progression, new ways to buff your people, to protect your people and make them survive. So I really like that. Okay, there we go. Good job, my people. So let's get started then, guys. We're gonna start with naming these 2 new bunnies that we got. So the first one we're gonna name is gonna be a Hyupes. Hopefully I got that correctly. Welcome to our town. And then we're also gonna be naming one of our bunnies Nappit. So there we go, guys. 2 new bunnies has been named, Nappit and Hyupes. Very welcome to our town. And I think we're gonna try to see if we can handle 2 more people. So currently we have 23, so if we wanna have more, we gotta unlock that to 25. So once we get new people, I will be taking new name requests for those, but I don't think we will go beyond 25 halflings. We're just gonna make sure that the game still runs fine and have a big enough population. The more halfling we have, the faster we can build buildings. So for this house here, this is almost done. We are missing just a few decorations. Some ornate picket fences, some dressers and writing desks, and a bunch of different carpenter stuff. I think we should be able to do them pretty soon because I made sure with our mason. So I made sure that he's gonna be crafting a lot of gold flakes, so we're gonna do a lot of those crafts because we're gonna get a lot of them. And that will give every craft is gonna be 3 gold flakes, so that should be good enough for all the ornated decoration we got in there. That should be nice. So some new things that has come to the game, a few of those things, is that there's actually a new thing in the game, which is a wooden water well. We also do have one for stone, and most likely also we do want to have one for the potter. So, as it says, a wooden water well. Assemble the materials for building an ingenious mechanism for retrieving underground water. Once placed, a well needs to be built and can't be moved anymore, only destroyed. So if we put it out, we have to destroy it. There's nothing that you can move around, so you have to craft a new one after you destroy it, pretty much. So I think I should have some of that crafted already, so I'm gonna show you guys, and that's one of the new gameplay mechanism with Ace that you will have drinking, which is pretty cool. We had something like that with the cafe mod long ago, but I think this thing is a way better way of doing it. So it do seem like they haven't crafted it yet, so let's make sure we move that to the top. Before that, we're gonna make the wooden water well roof. And the cool thing is that this is like an extra thing you can add to it. This is nothing that you need to have, but you can do it if you want to do it. So up here we do have to craft the water well roof, and after the wooden water well. And as you can see, this one do require quite a few of items. We need some bundle of fiber, iron ore, we got wood and stone. And I think we should try to improve our stone supply, so either for buying or for mining. Buying is probably the fastest way for us to get some. A bunch of wooden dwarven miners from Hill's Crown are in town for business. Okay, let's check it out. Look at that, guys. There we go. Get all of the stone that we can need here. There's a lot of different kinds of stones as well, and all of these will pretty much work the same as it is for now in the game with Ace at least. So let's see what we can trade with them. I'm gonna sell all of these fresh crabs for now. Let's see how we're doing with food. We're doing pretty good with the food, 1900, and we need only 910 for the next one. So let's sell maybe the low quality foods, and as you can see, while I'm selling it, we still have a pretty good amount. But we might want to keep some of the high quality food because that will make our people happier. But I'm gonna sell some bone marrow, that will give a good amount of gold. Let's buy more stone. And this is a really good way instead of going and mining, because you can imagine if you mine, that takes time, you have to travel there, that takes time, you have to supply it, that takes time, and you have to bring it to wherever you're gonna bring it later, and that takes time. So buying things is only like drop it at the flag and then put it inside your storage chest. And one thing we probably should do, we can maybe even do it before we finish this trade here. So let's see, I think my flag, yeah, here it is. Because when you trade things, all your things pretty much goes next to the flag. So what you could do if you wanted would be to add the flag close to one of your main storages. And that should make it a lot faster to deliver them. So I'm gonna put it here, which is very close to the main storage, and it's kind of like at the center of our main road. So I think that's gonna be a good place. So we're just gonna let them move that, and then after that we're gonna finish the trading. Because nothing gets teleported to our town for the buying thing until we actually quit the merchant's window. So I wouldn't recommend to buy marble if you would use that, if that is even possible to use as a stone. Use it by mason to make really pretty stone, so it's for special crafting. So make sure to buy the cheaper ones, that's only 5 gold each. And it's quite easy to earn money, just get something that you can trade with the merchants, and it's quite easy, and we have a lot of markets also. We can send in markets, merchants, whenever we want to. So I actually closed it just before I moved it, so I think it went over here. So that wasn't... here it went, because it was carrying it as I clicked it. So then we have a little bit further to carry it, just because I didn't wait long enough. And let's look inside of here. We might need to get some more storage. We can maybe upgrade these. These stone ones, they can hold 64 items. But it looks like I don't really have so much in them at this point. And I did change also all filters will be set to none before setting up anything. And the reason for that is mostly because I do have my crane house here, which is pretty much ready to be built now. So I want to make sure that these are set up to none when I do them, because I don't want to mess up the game. thinking they can deliver things to this. For Philly Crafter, they crafted 100 items. That's a lot of items, Jack Frost, a lot of items. So let's see our people here, if you want to change a few things. I'm just gonna put back everything to all of my workers. We have quite a few workers now. And then we're gonna remove building made from 2 then. Something like that. And then we can have these people to be building. And these 2, Patoshenko and Napit, will go around and they will carry resources and do some mining as well. Which should be good. We also do have our small little crickets that are helping us out. Look at them. Cute little helpers going around picking stuff for us. Always accept those quests if you get to get some of those outer crickets. Really awesome people. So let's go and check out some crafting. Some stuff is gonna be new from Ace, and some stuff is gonna be new because we got a tier 3 town, which you got in the latest video. Let's start with checking out Mason, see if we can spot some new things in here. This is also, by the way, from the unstable version, a stone animal door. I'm not sure how to work at the moment, but it's pretty cool because then you can have it at a barn. And if I don't remember this wrong, this is, instead of your normal double doors that is like 4 in width, which is an even number, this one should be an odd number, so it should be 5 in width and maybe 5 in height. I'm not entirely sure. We can make one to check it out, why not? That's the best way to find out, right? Ooh guys, we got a daily update, so let's check it out. Let's check it out now. We will head back to the Masons and all the other crafters after. So look at that guys, we do beat the daily goal by a big amount. So Usar Guthrum has joined us, and let's check him out. Want to see what stats he got. Ooh, look at that, 7 body, 4 spirit and 1 in mind. And if you wonder why we have 7 instead of 6 in max body, it's because we have the Spirit of Civ, and this will also carry over if we decide to re-embark later to bring 3 of our people to a new town, which you can do later on in the game. They will still keep 7 in body, so they will still keep the Spirit of Civ, and if we go to a new town and we get Spirit of Civ once again and re-embark again, then this guy would have, instead of 7, he would have 9 health, 9 in body. That's pretty awesome. Asterix is a trapper level 2, very nice. That means he could also be our new shepherd, and we can bring back a Canadian to his previous profession, because he's only a level 1. And he's a master trapper, so the higher you have in a previous profession, the slower it's gonna be to level a new one. So if you go to level 6 for the trapper, and then gonna level shepherd, it's gonna take a really long time. But if instead you just go to level 2 with a trapper, which is the requirement for a trapper to become a shepherd, he will level a lot faster because you haven't gotten so many levels from a previous profession. So a Canadian, I'm bringing you back to be a trapper once again. And the cool thing with like the Spirit of Civ is that if you get a lot of people, maybe they do not have such a good body and you're like, a little bit disappointed about their stats and so on, so when you re-embark you can fix some of that, so that's pretty cool. So once a Canadian, there we go. So Asterix is gonna be our new shepherd, and he also do have a passion for it, which is gonna make him happier working, and a happier working person is gonna be performing a good job as well, right? And by the way, I said yesterday that I went on a job interview, and it was on an island where I live. There's like a restaurant there, and it's as a waiter. And I did get a job. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, Saturday, to be on my 2nd day. So I don't know how many days, how many hours I'm gonna get per week, but it's probably gonna be part-time. So hopefully I will be able to keep producing YouTube videos at the side of my work. So there might be a little bit less episode, perhaps. We will see what happens. And I will also go and upload and update my templates pretty soon for Stonehearth. They have been falling behind a little bit lately. Level 1 Shepherd, very nice. So he will mostly, I think, be focusing on the bunnies. And we have to maintain 8, that means that everything that goes above that they will take care of and harvest. I think 8 might be pretty good, and I can probably reproduce pretty good. Bunnies are good at reproducing. Let's go to 7 just to change it a tiny bit. And this one we got them cheap, got 4 of them, that's pretty good. Look at them, small little fluffy sheep. Isn't he super cute? A little ribbon on him. And some more sheeps in here, and bunnies are sleeping together with them as well. I think I might need another one of those. Should we do another one of those? Let's see, armor pet home. I'm gonna add this one. I'm gonna try to add that one today. And a few more things like the boats. I'm gonna look into them a little bit because they are a little bit tricky to place. I'm gonna show why they're a little bit tricky soon. I feel like I have a lot of things to show you guys in today's episode. Both from Ace updates and from some templates and things like that, but that's good. It's good to have more to show, right? So, armor pet home. And let's change this already because we're not gonna have any... This one's gonna be removed as well. Let's remove that first, it's not gonna be sitting there. But I'm gonna update this one because we're not gonna have, as you can see, our fences there. And the reason for that is because animals can't use them. Let's go in here, we're gonna delete that one. And then we're gonna save it. So that's a little trick, by the way. Like, let's say you have this house and you want to have a house that is similar to this one. If you make changes to this one and you save it again, it will update this one. But if you take the same template and we just put it out like that, and maybe we would add something like maybe the roof, or just change the top of the roof color, something like that. It might even look pretty good. Then we would save it with even the same name maybe. Then you see we have two different ones. So maybe that will be useful for someone, maybe, maybe not. So let's do this one more beds, is gonna be nice. This one I might move pretty soon as well, because I might want to do something different there, and it's related to the Ace update. So the idea is kind of that we will have maybe a lot of people to go in here. We have travelers that's gonna be here, we're gonna assign beds. So there will be travelers coming downtown to buy things and visit our town and admire it, whatever. And the idea is that since Ace added drinking to the game, and there's not only water in the game, there's like tea, there's beer, you can probably drink milk as well, I don't know all of them. But then I was thinking that maybe we can do like a wine beer cellar thing, and then maybe we'll remove this page we got here, and then we would make kind of slope down here and dig down in the ground and build something there. And then I was thinking that it would be cool if we would do as we have with this house, where we have vines growing, so then we can have them like covering here, just over the door and everything. And it would look really, really cool. I think that would be awesome to have like a secret entrance down to that little wine cellar. I'm not sure if there is a wine to drink as well, there might be. But let's go into the mason, let's check out some new craftable things. So we do have a Civis path that was from upgraded tier 3 town. Then here we start to see some changes with the new Ace version. So we got a small stone coffer. So this one is like a small version as similar to as you have with the carpenter that has a very small crate. We now also do have a small little coffer for the mason. So I'm gonna make some of them, and you know, it's not the best chest, they can't hold many items. But I am as a person, I like to use a variation for decorating, and the main storage is mostly gonna be with big chests, but I think it's nice also to use something like this. And then we also have a small stone tank, stores up to 6 items for a certain kind, can hold diverse range of fluids and dry goods. So that would be a nice place maybe for having close to where we drink and eat. And then we have a stone coffer, which can hold 32 items. I think this is the old cause of our previous stone chest. So that is something to be updated, be tweaked, been improved, because it was too easy to do stone chests before. It didn't require much at all, and you would make this thing. So this is a little bit tougher than before. Not as tough as it... not super tough, but it's a lot tougher because you don't only need stone anymore. Also do need any soft metal. And this is pretty much the same as before, just a little bit harder to craft it. Which I think makes sense, and I do think the stone cover this one is pretty awesome, it looks pretty good. Then we do have a stone small production cask and temporary holds stored for 32 products. can only hold certain fluids and dry goods. So this one is pretty good for holding some fluids, that would be nice. And then we do have a stone tank that can hold 24 items of a certain kind. So this one was pretty easy to do. Okay, this one can only hold certain fluids. I'm not entirely sure what that would mean with the drinks. But as you can see, this one can hold a diverse range. So this one can probably hold more things. And the way to find out, guys, is by crafting things. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna craft a bunch of these. Then we also do have a silverstone ball, and this is actually from our upgraded tier 3. And this one should be as well, pretty cool one. It's the old chest, but more expensive. Then we got the stone serving keg, a serving container for raw or prepared drinks. So this one is, I guess this can hold like high quality things compared to the other ones, but not so many. And then we also do have the stone production cask, a temporary storage for 48 finished products, can only hold certain for fluids and dry goods. So I guess this one is kind of similar to these things, a supply container for quick crafting. So I think it's something similar to that one. So it's a temporary storage where we can drop things fast. So I'm not sure if this one, when you make a water well, if you can put water in it, so every time someone needs water, they don't have to go to the well to work up water. That's pretty cool. So down here also for the mason, as I said, we do have a water well with a mason, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna make one of those, because I think it would be fun to have maybe both a wooden well and a stone well. I think the stone well might be looking best, depends on how much stone and wood you have in your town, so it isn't too much stone or too much wood. Then we also do have a roof for this one as well, which require quite a bit of thatching and a little bit of wood, so not too hard to do. It's mainly the well that is a little bit harder. I think that's about it. And the carpenter, they should be having some white similar things. So wooden production cask, so it is pretty much the same thing as we got with the mason. They just look different. And look at this one, that's a cool one. A wooden barrel, that's a new thing though. Maybe they had something similar with mason, but it had a different name. But I like this one, it looks pretty awesome. So I feel like I'm gonna do maybe one craft of each of these. A small wooden barrel, that's nice to have a little bit of variation in size. I like that, that's very nice. Different sizes is good, you know. Not only big ones, not only small ones. So let's go for this one. And the idea for, you know, the stone chest to be more expensive is a lot related to the leather-bound chest. Because this one is harder than the stone chest. But the old stone chest was easier to do than this one, but they hold the same amount of items, so a lot of people were only doing stone chests, because why would they do this one? And some still did them, I still did them, because I liked the idea of having variation. So quite a lot of new things. I might explore some new ones as we go. But there you go, so you don't get tired to see all the new crafts, but I think it's pretty cool. So I think since this one is mostly up to my carpenter to be fixing, we don't have to worry too much about that one at this point. We can probably start working on a new house. It looks like this one is almost done. Small pasture bedding, let's make sure we move them to the top if they aren't already there. Let's see exactly what we need, and I'm just gonna add new ones, because we might add later on. Okay, small pasture and pasture, okay. And if you wonder how I do that, crafting so to come to the top, hold shift and then craft item, hold shift and right click the item, right clicking items here will also craft them, and that's mostly how I prefer to do it. I think it's a very quick way. Okay, so here we got a merchant that are selling some things. A big barrel holds a lot of drinks, also looks cool. I agree, it looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna buy one of those so we can take a look at that one already. Because my carpenter is quite busy, so I might as well buy... Ooh! Red ceramic amphora stores up to 24 items of a certain kind. That is pretty cool. Oh, look at that one. Clay serving keg. I'm so excited when we get new decorations. As you can see, there are loads of new ones. I'm so excited because that gives new potential to really make something detailed, and it's always fun to do detailed stuff. Not only do detailed building, but also all these little small things around the town. Like for example, we planted some trees recently. Yes, adding a few trees at specific places, I think will make the town look a little bit more realistic, a little bit more alive, a little bit more interesting. So let me talk a little bit about the ships as well. So this is a template, I will be sharing it soon. I don't think I will be sharing it today, but I will do it soon, I promise. And the reason for that is when you build these ships, you see I have a pole here, and that's because if I remove this pole, that means we can't build it. So another option for that would be if I would share like boat poles. So I would make this pole. I'm just gonna do a little sheet here. So let's see, how big is that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something like that. The way you can do it so you don't have to have that ugly looking pole down there would be, for example, to do something like this. So I brought up the console Ctrl+C. Then I type in IB for instant build, and that will build this thing here. So then after you would drop like your boat on top of this thing. So then we would take this one that doesn't have the pole, and then we would drop it here. And we can probably make this a little bit wider because it might be a little bit easier to drop it in it. So let's do that. A little bit here, and it seems like you can't drop the boat. So if I would start from land, drag it out like that, it will be up here, which make me think if I would design like the boat or something on the ground here but lower down, then I can maybe drag it out because it's coming from the land. Or if I would dig down, it might keep the same ground. So if I would like dig down, let's say 3 blocks and then drag it out from there, then I think it would be probably in the correct height, and I didn't want to drop on this one like I said. So I will see, guys, that's why I haven't shared these boats yet, because I'm not entirely sure what will be the best way to do it. So currently it feels like this is the current best way, that we have one pole going down. So we will see what we do. I thought I could actually drop it on top of it. I'm pretty sure that you could do that in the past, but it could be that it has changed. But anyway, since we're waiting for the carpenter to craft all these things, I think we might as well start to do our little harbor. Why not? And that's probably gonna take a while because we got a lot of stuff to do. See, we got some errors. That's the wall that we have against the land, and also for the harbor when it comes to a channel template. I might be doing separate parts soon, so I have to do like if you guys want to use like kind of as my deck we got here, I will do it in different parts so you guys can download it, but it's gonna take a while before I can be able to get those things done. But then you will be able to take different pieces of a harbor and put it together and kind of form your own harbor with those pieces. But it's gonna be probably a few days or a week until I'm able to get those templates ready. So I'm not sure why we get errors here really. I don't see the reason why that will give errors. It could be maybe because we have to put some ladders down before it stops giving errors, but it didn't even give an errors here, so that's kind of interesting because did I not do the same thing here? I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. So I'm not entirely sure why there. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some ladders so we can get up and get down. Seems we got a chase scene. A wounded rabbit limps into town, panting, "Help! Aid! I was scouting and was caught out by the group of kobolds. I made it this far, but I'm hurt and I think the wolves are tracking me. I'm sorry we can't help, we're gonna help them. We can patch you up so you can make it home. Stay and rest, we'll protect you. Yes, we will. We're gonna be the good guys and protect this little bunny. But guys, this is gonna be it for today with Stonehearth. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the new Ace things we've shown so far. There are more decorations, more furniture, more things and features. And there's a bunch of new things which I also want to show you just before we quit this episode. So there's some new things with the cook, which is pretty awesome, related to drinking. So we get a copper brewing, so we can brew drinks. And if we go down here, look at that, we can make a bucket of wort. Unextracted mashed malted grains and herbs within the fermentation vat, it can be turned into beer. So we can make beer, more advanced drinks. And if we go down here, we got a different drink, we got the berry juice, we got a bucket of cherry juice, we got a bucket of prickly pear juice, fruit spirit, bucket of malt spirit, we got herbal tea, yummy yummy yummy, bucket of carrots, bucket of hair bloom, watermelon, lavish tea, the elegant and hearth-warming flavor of dried daisies and fruits provides multiply bonuses to halflings. So this isn't just like, oh, I'm required to drink, you will actually get the different buffs and maybe also some debuffs. But I think that is something we will try to explore later in the next episode after this one. So guys, thanks for checking out today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back soon with new episodes, and I will see how much time I will have since I gotta work now. I don't know how many hours and so on. But I'm really happy that I got it because I feel a lot more positive now that I gotta work. It's nice because I got to walk a lot as a waitress, waiter, whatever the name would be for a guy working as it. But I really like that I get to walk. I get to go out on islands, good weather, and I get to walk a lot, and there's good people, so. And guys, if you had name requests for this new halfling that's just joined, do post them in the comments and I will randomly select one more person to join. And that will be made for probably the video after this one or after the next one. So guys, thanks for watching, hope you had a good time. If you had, feel free to leave a like on the video, and if you wanna watch more, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell, because that will notify you when I upload new videos. So thanks for watching, hope you had a good time, and see you next time everybody.